Our Hotspots magazine will celebrate 39 years this fall, and it has been documenting the LGBTQ plus lifestyle and is the inspiration of our Hotspots Queer Entertainment this week, sponsored by the Broward Center for the Performing Arts. In the LGBTQ plus community, we always make jokes about size matters. When it comes to the Broward Center, size does matter. The Broward Center is the destination of choice for LGBTQ plus South Florida for spectacular entertainment in a large variety of performance venues. Broward Center ranks among the top 10 most visited theaters in the world, presenting more than 700 performances a year to more than 700,000 patrons. And Broward Center supports one of the world's largest gay communities of Fort Lauderdale, Broward County, and all of South Florida. They support that LGBTQ plus community that are nonprofits unlike any other theater in South Florida. We are excited to tell you about upcoming shows. And did you know that surveys show that the LGBTQ plus community participates in live theater performances 2.5 times more often than our straight counterparts? And that's why they are the sponsor of Hotspots Queer Entertainment this week. So, a new queer high school movie called Bottoms is out. But this is not your regular queer movie. It lets gay people be selfish and shallow. The movie stars Rachel Sennott from Bodies, 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 and Ayo Edebiri from FX's The Bear, and PJ and Josie, as PJ and Josie, two queer outcasts who are so unpopular that even the teachers refer to them as ugly, untalented gays. Wow.
Let that sink in.
Desperate to have sex before graduation, of course, Josie and PJ start an all-female fight club under the guise of empowerment and teaching self-defense, when all they really want to do is bed cheerleaders. Bottoms mixes the Gonzo weirdness of wet, hot American summer with the violent grit of Kick-Ass.
Could the ugly, untalented gays please report to the principal's office?
Guess that's you guys.
Tonight is our night. We're getting the cooch. I'm gonna talk to Brittany. You can say hi to Isabel.
What would I say? Hey, girl, how's your boyfriend? How's his penis?
I'm gonna expel you both for committing a crime against
Jeff! Get out of the car.
You can't tell me what to do!
Get out of the freaking car!
We were just practicing for a self-defense club.
So it's like a fight club?
Yes.
Just stay in your lane until you're munching beaver at Wesleyan.
Yes, sir.
What's your plan here?
Jeff is psychotic, and they're picking on the weak and defenseless. So we teach a bunch of girls how to defend themselves. They are grateful to us.
Adrenaline is flowing. Next thing you know, Isabel and Brittany are kissing us on the mouth. You can be our club advisor.
You know, my mom did say I need to pick up a hobby.
Welcome to our fucking fight club.
Let's get it popping in this motherfucker.
I want that trophy.
To have a safe space like this, it means a lot to people.
I'm gonna finally reverse stalk my stalker. Yeah!
I'll be able to kill my stepdad.
Awesome.
It seems so supportive of women, especially the hot ones. Men need therapy.
Are you cheating on me?
No!
I literally saw you yesterday.
So nerd, I fucked your mom!
We are literally at the bottom. We have nowhere to go but up.
Your club is over.
They deserve a shot at showing everybody how fucking cool they are.
Let's go fuck up some football players.
I want that trophy.
You created a fight club to get some coochie. You don't even know how to work that thing. I know y'all ain't tickling the pearl.
I just don't know if you're supposed to be talking to us like that, just like as a teacher.
The Hotspots Queer Entertainment is the queer film Bottoms fun enough for straight people to watch? What do you folks think?
Yes. Who cares? I am so sick of having to adopt anthem movies from straight people, whether it is Mean Girls or Barbie or whatever, going back like to the This is like by us, for us type stuff. I'm behind this all the way. I'm a little mad that my lesbian haircut is not represented in the film, but we're going to let that go.
You haven't seen the entire film.
Yeah, right?
So now I got to go see it.
There's got to be a guidance counselor.
Somewhere. Usually it's the PE
The
teacher,
shop
because that was
teacher.
the one that I was in love with,
Yeah.
was the PE teacher, you know? But I think this is awesome. Like, I was talking to Cal about this before, about how bros, like, there was so much pressure when it came to bros. Like, you had to see it, or you weren't gay enough. You hate gays, you didn't see bros.
Yes,
You know, like,
yes, we
you know what I mean? Like, with this movie, it's kind of
That's
like,
because
it's
you
not...
were saying it. Yeah.
Oh, hey, maybe. But But like, you know, like with this movie, I just feel like it's not like in your, I don't know, it's gay as AF.
It's not.
You know?
It's not forced.
it's
not
funny.
And I think that people that will see it more than they saw Bros because it's also lesbians.
Yeah,
and I think from that aspect, you know, it doesn't
Yeah,
feel
dude, it's not
forced.
gay,
It's more of a comedy, you know. So it's
So you think so you think that them using lesbians is like an easy
it's
way
an
in?
easy way in.
Yeah, and it's a coming up story or whatever, coming of age. Like it's not like Bros was. There were like two situated men, and nobody really wants to see two situated men have sex except us.
No. But they'll watch two women.
No, of course.
Yeah,
two
in a heartbeat. Yeah.
But we don't get these stories. A, we don't get these stories enough. And then B, these are lived experiences. So I'm sure all of us have lived, like, you know, we all went to high school. You read good. So, you know, we all have lived those experiences.
Read good.
You read very good.
And so therefore, it's relatable, it's funny, and it's relatable on a whole nother level. So, you know, the whole, even the end where I can't not, the girl says, I'm not sure if I should have this conversation, but that shit was funny because it's like that overly masculine guy having that conversation with these girls about getting some and like how they do it. Like we could all laugh and laugh about it, and it's not offended.
We all had that teacher that crossed the line. You know what I mean? That we all had that teacher.
I had multiple of those teachers.
And that teacher is a football guy, right?
What's
Who is
interesting
he?
about Marshawn Lynch, he was a very famous running back for the Seattle Seahawks, who was known to be kind of an asshole, didn't like to speak to the media, was kind of looked at this beast of a monster. And his sister came out as lesbian. He reacted really poorly, like really bad. And he took this role because of how he reacted with his sister. He kind of wanted to pay it back.
I love
and
that.
show that he's grown and that he can be accepting. And so he took this role in this movie for his sister, which I thought was a beautiful
I love
story.
that. Elon Musk, take no, bitch. Your daughter hates you. You might want to do something for the LGBTQ plus community. I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think as like a kid that was the weird queer kid in high school.
You're still the weird queer kid now.
At a queer kid.
And we love you for it.
Right.
So I mean,
this movie resonated a lot with like just a trailer. I was like, oh boy. Because like it was so funny when he was having that conversation with them. I can distinctly remember helping like one of our English teachers like painting a sign, and one of the soccer coaches like walked by, and she just started talking about how hot he was to me. It was like a junior in high school, and I'm sitting here like, this feels like it should not be happening, but I'm just gonna sit here, right? And it was so funny because like that's half of my high school experience. It was like teachers were just like, we all know, kid, like we all know. And I think that there is a part of awkwardness that like queer awkwardness speaks to like a bigger awkwardness, right? That people have to understand that, you know, this is a common, right? We're not, you know, it's not like every single person is born and they come out like a queer eye guy. It's like, there are lots of awkward queers.
Of course.
And I love this movie because it's showing like the awkwardness of everybody, right? Clearly, like we're watching, like there's like football players involved, and like that's being young. And I think that that's going to be the universal thing that makes people want to see this movie. It's like, it's not just that it's a queer story. It's great that it's a queer story, but it's just that awkwardness of like real youth.
And I think that everybody can relate to that. You know, even the cool kids at one point. And for folks out there, if you're a weird queer kid, trust me, those pretty people don't stay pretty forever. All right? I just went to my high school reunion, and that same hot girl is, she had like 8 kids, and she looks like Flota. It's a mess. It's a mess.
Well, Facebook is a friend, honey.
Let's be honest for a second, right?
Oh God.
So we could probably all agree that the LGBT community is not going to go out in droves like they did for Barbie, you know, and some of these other mainstream movies to go and watch this.
No.
You know, so I'm actually surprised because of, you know, the fallout for Bros, you know, wasn't as a big box office hit as they anticipated, that this came in the theaters. Like, I would have thought they would have done it streaming. Like, for instance, what Amazon did with Red, White, and Royal Blue. You know, it's become a huge success, you know, and because people are streaming it, they didn't have to go to the movies to watch it, and then people are sharing it on social media. You know, that didn't happen for Bros.
No.
You know, and that's streaming now.
It also doesn't seem that queer. Like, it doesn't seem,
because it's not forced.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not forced. It's just their lives.
Like Heartstoppers.
Yeah.
Heartstoppers is mega queer. Like, I mean,
that's the thing though. Like, we remember the campaign for Bros, everybody. It was basically like, we're here, we're queer, we're the first blockbuster ever for queer. It's like,
with all the tokens, with all the identified, with all the
Like,
identified tokens.
You could just make a
And the
movie.
poster is a mutual ass grab. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas,
Well, let's go out. Let's go see this movie for sure.
for sure.
And speaking of hotspots queer entertainment, here's a quick glimpse of the venues that are part of Broward Center. Or look at
The Broward Center for the Performing Arts, Parker Playhouse, Aventura Arts and Cultural Center, Rose and Alfred Miniachi Performing Arts Center. 4 venues that together bring a wealth of excitement to our community through the performing arts. The Broward Center for the Performing Arts is the center for world-class live entertainment, arts education, special events, dining, and more.